Guys, welcome to my video again. And yes, I'm so sorry. I know I haven't posted in 2 weeks, but trust me, I have a good reason why. And today's video, we're going to discuss the reason why I haven't been posting for 2 weeks. And I am not proud of myself, trust me. And if this is the first time viewing my video, please do subscribe, do share, and do share your comment below because I will really appreciate that. So let me start by introducing myself, of course. My name is Verita Lachara. I'm a menstrual health educator, a fundraiser, and an entrepreneur. And if you are new to this video, the reason why I have these videos is so that I can educate people on basic health education, just getting to know ourselves better. So, as I said, for 2 weeks I haven't posted. And the reason why I haven't posted, number one, was that I wasn't feeling okay. I've been feeling very offish. And number two, even today doing this video, I thought I shouldn't because I am feeling a little bit fluish and a headache, but I decided, you know what, I started something, hence I have to finish it. So this all started 2 weeks ago when I went to see my doctor. It was a Thursday. Well, it was just for my normal checkup. And 3 months before then, I had done blood tests because if you have watched my previous videos, you'll know that I'm chronic. I have high blood pressure, cholesterol, and what else do I have? Ulcers. So I go to the doctor every 3 months just to check up what's going on, and of course every month I get medication. So when I went for my visit, my doctor said I was doing great, and we happened to discuss the fact that I think I have too much anxiety. So I asked him if he would suggest, or he would think it's a good idea for me to see a psychologist or a therapist. But through the conversation, of course I'm not going to go into details, but I learned something from my doctor, and this is something that I would like to share with everyone who is watching my videos. He said, I'm quoting his words, he said, clear out the clutter. So at first I was like, okay, what clutter are we talking about? We happened to discuss that now I have a chronic condition with my heart. Blood is unable to flow properly to my heart. So I have to be careful of course, what I put into myself, like the clutter that I carry day by day. And he suggested that you need to learn to clean out the clutter. And it actually got me thinking, we all have different pasts, or we all have reasons for having anxiety, and sometimes we never clean out the clutter in our lives. And out of that whole thing, I learned that sometimes I should just let go. If I can't deal with something, if I do not have control over something, there is really no reason why I need to worry about it, or a reason why I have to keep thinking about it. So throughout our discussion, he was just explaining the importance, especially for someone who has chronic anxiety, or if you do have a heart condition, or whatever sickness you might be going through. He said that before you go to sleep every night, prepare yourself for bed. And he's like, I don't mean fix your bed or put on PJs or whatever, but prepare yourself. If you had assignments that you put out throughout the day, that in the morning I'll go shopping, I will finish work, I will cook, I will speak to my aunt or to my parents. He's like, make sure that all those activities that you set for the day are complete. And if you were unable to complete all those activities that you did put out for yourself, tell yourself that, okay, this is incomplete, and looking at the time right now, of course I will not be able to complete it, so let me put it out for tomorrow. So that means that you clear yourself out of all everything, in fact, that might cause you anxiety during the night. And the reason why we got to this conversation is because I think I've said in my previous videos that I do struggle to sleep at night. Sorry guys, I I have a condition, as I said. So he was just explaining that because I do have a condition, sometimes I thought it's because of the stress that I go through day by day. That's why I can't sleep. And he explained to me that sometimes it's in your nature to be anxious, and there's nothing that you can do about it. Whether you go to a psychologist, whether you see the most expensive professional, if you don't fix yourself, you will not be able to let go of all that anxiety. Well, that was what I learned on Thursday. And I was happy because I learned something new. And after that, I went to see my family. I saw my cousins. I saw my parents. And the next day, I came home. Well, I came home the same day. And Friday night, I just started feeling complicated. And even today, I'm not sure whether it was the fact that I got too excited for seeing my parents, or was it something that I ate? Because at around 10 p.m., I started feeling a little bit drowsy. I started feeling like I couldn't breathe properly. I started feeling like I'm suffocating. And I've had anxiety attacks before, and it was nothing that I've ever experienced in my life. I just felt like my body is starting to become paralyzed. I still can't explain the feeling, but all I knew at that time was I have to get to the hospital. And I remember my husband telling me, let's just go. And I'm like, no, just wait. Give me a few minutes. I think I'll be okay. And of course, that is denial, because sometimes you just like, no, it will pass. No, it's nothing. And yeah, at around 12 a.m., is it p.m.? At night, I don't know if it's p.m. or a.m., I was admitted and I had to sleep in hospital. And guys, it is not a lovely experience. It is something that I never wish to ever experience. And that's when I realized that it is very important that you take good care of yourself. You know what works and what doesn't work for your body. And like what my doctor said the previous day, I need to clear out the clutter in my life. So when I actually came to think about it, there might have been a few reasons why my blood couldn't flow to my heart. First of all, the Friday morning, I had something that I shouldn't have eaten. I had malamuhodu tribe, and usually it's not something that I enjoy eating, but at that day I just felt like I am craving it, and it is something that I want to eat. And funny enough, throughout the day I was doing okay. I could do my normal chores. I went into town. I was okay. I went to get my essentials and what so on. But later on, it started affecting me. And then that aside, I know that I'm not supposed to be overwhelmed by anything. And guys, you need to remember that being overwhelmed about something, it doesn't mean that it is affecting you negatively all the time. I know that usually when you say you are overwhelmed, it's overwhelmed with sickness, overwhelmed with life's anxieties. But for me, it was so different. I think I was just too happy. I got so excited that because I went home, I saw my parents, I saw my cousins, and I know that, well, with my health condition, it could be a red flag. It's something that I need to avoid. I need to just control my happiness, control my anger, control my excitement. And it is really one of the hardest things that I have to do. But anyway, I got admitted a Friday night, and I stayed through the whole of Saturday and left again later on Saturday. And throughout my experience, that time when I was stuck in hospital, first of all, it was very sad because during this corona lockdown, we are not allowed to have visitors. So for me, it was really, really painful because whenever I'm not feeling okay, I enjoy having people I love around me. And I was not allowed to have visitors. And also, it got me thinking about things that I should be grateful for. You know, I have life, I have most of the things that I need in my life. And of course, I get anxious about I don't have this, I don't have that, but it's only minor things. Our health is always important. I remember when during the day I was walking around the hospital because there's nothing you can do in hospital. You know, you just they give you breakfast, they give you lunch, they give you supper. And I was walking around with a drip around, and I actually still have a scar. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I was walking around with it, and I'm like, but I don't need to be here. You know, if I just eat more healthy, if I just take care of my emotions, if I just take care of things that I'm able to handle, I could always avoid such a situation. And also just having my family calling and everyone being so caring and looking out for me, that actually also did help. So when the doctor came to see me later on Saturday, actually I wasn't supposed to get discharged, but I spoke to my doctor. She was very understanding, and she was like, you know what, I understand how anxiety can be, and you being locked up in hospital can actually make it worse. So you can go home and sleep, then you'll just come back again for your treatment the next day. And after that, yeah, I was discharged, and it was a wow feeling. But at the same time, I couldn't be too excited because anything can happen from being too excited. So guys, today's video, it's just a little story about what I went through and how your life can just change in a matter of a day, a minute, a second. But what I learned from it was that it's all up to me what I make out of my life. I can have all these sicknesses. I can lack things that I might call essentials sometimes. But if you do have family that supports you, that's enough. And sometimes maybe you don't even have that family support. If you do have that one friend that supports you, guys, that is enough. Because you worrying about things that you're unable to control, it changes your life. It can cause so many sicknesses. You can end up being hospitalized for something that you might have learned to control, for something that you might have learned to just let go. So, guys, talk to someone that can listen, someone that you know really cares about you. I know that sometimes when you're going through depression or anxiety, you might feel that no one cares, but that's not true. You do have that one person that is always there to listen. And guys, remember, my platforms are open. You guys can inbox me if you do have something that you're dealing with and you would like my help, even if it's just to listen. I am always there to listen. And guys, remember, we do not want to be stuck with this on our body, because this is it felt like being in jail. So take care of yourselves, love yourselves, take care of your health, and talk to someone that does love you. And don't get hospitalized during the lockdown. That's something that I learned, because at that time you won't have people who love you to support you. So yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to share with you today. And out of my notes, I also wrote down that don't forget to pray. For me, prayer did help a lot. Studying the Bible in that time helped me reflect on the gifts of life that I had. So, whatever works for you, just do not stress yourself with things that you are unable to control. Avoid being hospitalized. I will emphasize that word because it is not a happy place in there. So guys, thank you so much for watching my video. If you did find this informing, if you did learn something from this, please do share with your friends. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, do subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And all my followers, all my supporters, all my family and friends, I love you guys, and thank you for all the support. Do enjoy your day.